Good morning, City Skyliners. It's a beautiful day in the city, and today we're going to show you ideas for your city, Hillside Neighborhood. Welcome, and let's together tell the Skyline story. There are many cities in the world that have these hillside neighborhoods, such as, for example, Valparaiso, Chile, or even San Francisco, California. And that's exactly an idea that I'm going to show you right now. Right on the shoes of the mountain, on my city, I decided to add all these buildings, all these houses, all these narrow streets that will make this hillside neighborhood perfect. And this idea, I believe, you should grab it and make it on your city. Also, remember that this series is just going to be quick ideas, small, big ideas, and maybe some of them I'll make them into a tutorial for my other playlist. But as of right now, this video is just gonna be a quick idea on how I made this hillside neighborhood. And diving into it a little bit more, I will show you real quick, not a whole video on a tutorial, which I will actually, because I have another part of this city that I need to make a whole hillside neighborhood, which I might do next week. So yeah, stay tuned. But as of right now, this is a quick idea, and as you can see, the streets, they just need to be random. Of course, I like to make this narrow streets, so there's not much sidewalks, and it's just narrow. Why? Because usually in this part of the city where there's all these neighborhoods right on the hillside of the mountain, it's just, it's just houses and the narrow streets. Now, something that is super important is parking, because usually these narrow streets, they don't really have parking, so you'll have to make a way to put parking, which I'll show you later. But right now, if you go to find it, the way I did it, if you go to find it, in this case I put the Eastern European, the EE, those buildings, and usually I just put those ones. I just made the street and I put those ones because those kind of like give that vibe of like colorful, like hillside neighborhood, not just like all gray buildings, a bunch of colors. And I need to be honest, the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3 buildings, I believe they're way prettier. As you can see here, this one is like a level 1, the one that I put there. And unfortunately, I didn't have a mod at that time that could lock the buildings to stay on one level, so they all went to level 5, and right now they look like this. But I like them more on the level 1, level 2. And yeah, as I mentioned before, parking is important. This is the custom alley I made. Then you can stop it if you want to look at it specifically, so you can repeat it. And I'm going to show you here how I did it. I just put the street. They have to have the parking. And then I went to find it. I grabbed the building I wanted to put. In this case, I'll put this one. And for the street, I will make it be like with this one. Yep. So right now, that's exactly this. The same thing I'm showing you right here is what I did on the entire hillside. I just created a random street and then started putting the buildings. Usually I like to put a street, building, and then behind the building another street and another building. I think like that, if having the street in front of the buildings, make it prettier, I believe. And right now I am going to show you again how I did it. So you just grab the street, you just make it, you just stretch it, and then you put, as I mentioned, all the buildings usually in the back. In this case, they're facing the ocean, so I like to be ocean and then street, house, but usually the buildings are behind the street. Now, as I mentioned before, parking is going to be super important because these narrow streets, they don't really have parking. So what I did is this. I just grabbed a street, made a hole, and underneath I made, with a custom street with parking, I made kind of like a underground parking. Now, there are mods right now that you can, just add a underground parking way smaller that will fit anywhere. But I did this long time ago, so that's how it worked for me. And how I did it, I just grab a street, in this case, a normal street, like this one. I put it 10 meters down to go down. And then I grab this one. I am leaving you here right now so you can take the look. And yeah, this is a customized street that I added. It's the same thing but with parking on both sides. And as you can see right now underneath, yep, those are all the parking spots. So that thing I did here, you know, so underneath there's a bunch of parking spots. Now it looks cool, and also if you put all the streets up here, I think it makes it look super kind of like the nature of the mountain of the, you know, it's kind of like going around it. I don't know, I love it. And I did the same thing with parking right here. So I'm gonna show you a good example here. As you can see down there, you see there's a bunch of parking spots. Yep, so that's how, and see this is underneath. That's how all the people of the city park their cars. Now something beautiful, this is a great idea if you want to do it. I think it's one of the best things. I have a freeway that passes underneath that entire neighborhood. I think it's, I don't know, but it looks amazing. I love it. Sometimes I just don't even build, I just go and look at the cars passing through. It's amazing because, you know, all the, see, the freeway is going underneath, and on the other side it comes out. And I think it gives that vibe of like these buildings, you know, people have just been building on top of each other, and you know that freeway takes you all the way to the industrial area. So yep, it's time for POV. It's time to show you how it can be on the first person perspective. And in this case, you know, if you look, we're driving through the city, which is beautiful. I love doing this sometimes. And this also is a mod. I believe it's called first person. You know, I'm gonna start adding to the videos the mods that I use. I think it's gonna be more helpful. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what mod it is. But I will add them. I will add them to the description. See? I'm learning how to be a YouTuber. So yeah, and see underneath, as of right now, you can see that that's where the freeway starts. And on the other side of the freeway, this will be an exit that I built. I didn't record underneath, you know, because when you're on the first person, you can really go underneath, you know, you just go right away on top. So yeah. Right now I'm just driving through the city. And as you can see on that hillside, yeah, those are all those buildings, all those people that are living one next to each other with limited parking. It's a nightmare, but it's a beautiful part for the city, but I believe it's hard for them to park. And yeah, it's always like this. And this is something very important because we are in the main street where everything starts. And from here is where you start taking these narrow streets, as you can see here. Now all the streets up here are going to be narrow streets. And all these narrow ones are the ones that have buildings right next to each other. See, here is street and then the building. But down there is building and then street. And parking, important, super important, parking. I don't know, it's amazing. Now, I hope that you grab this idea wherever in the video that you like, you know, take a look at it and then go to your city and try to make something similar. Just grab the streets. Usually what I did, I nivelated the ground, right? So, and like that, you know, that I will just grab the street and I will just make like a random zigzag, I don't know, on the hillside of the mountain. And then when I have the first street, then I'll put the buildings, and then I will do the same thing but behind that first street that I built. And then I will go like that on layers until then I have, you know, 4 rows of buildings. And yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's perfect. I think all cities that have a mountain, they have to have something like this. It gives that vibe of, you know, like a really cool city that is, in this case, that is in front of the ocean. Because look at the views you get from here. It really feels like San Francisco. Like all the steep streets were super tiring to go up there. But yeah, oh, that person was running. And see. And here's a bridge where that crosses through the freeway. And more neighborhoods. Again, I repeat, these buildings, I believe, are way prettier on level 1, level 2. because it makes it look more like authentic, a little older. Like this one's like level 5. They look too new. So that's something I might fix, or I may not. I'm not sure. But what's interesting is that what's coming next on the other playlist I have on this YouTube channel, which is the how to build a realistic city on Cities Skylines 2, I'm gonna show quick tutorials, because I am gonna build right now Hillside on my other city, and I'm gonna make it way better. So I'm gonna record all that, and I'm gonna show you that tutorial. So I hope you stay tuned. I hope you subscribe, you like it, give ideas. I read all the comments, so put your idea, put whatever, and honestly I have time, so I'll start making videos. And yep, it's a rewind and we're back. This is the city. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. This is just a quick idea. I hope you like it. I hope you recreate it, and we'll see you on the next one for sure. Thank you.